Institute of Yoga has brought many experts to New York, and that includes Dr. Alarik Arenander.
Very nice.
And he is from Brain Research Institute. He has been a part of Maharishi
Vedic University?
Vedic University. Yeah.
Vedic University in Holland, yes.
And let us begin by requesting you to share your first exposure to yoga.
First exposure to yoga, long time ago. I was in college, and I realized that I needed something to get my life in order, to be able to get more of a grip. Because at that time, it was the Vietnam War, and all the institutions were completely chaotic, and the future of the world didn't seem to be in very good hands. And so I looked at myself, I said, I need to be better if I'm going to be better. And so I went to a lecture, and they spoke about transcending. And I says, sounded exactly what I needed. And the first time I meditated, it was like another world. So transcendental meditation has been part of my life for now almost 50 years. And it's just been a marvelous thing to be able to transcend every day and contact my inner value and bring out all that energy and intelligence to benefit my family and the world.
The way you are referring to the word transcend, it is indicating practicing meditation.
Yes.
And how practicing meditation works on our brain, as your Brain Research Institute have found something new in this direction?
Yeah, actually, we've been studying now for at least a half a century, but recently, in the last decade, we have very definitive evidence of enlightenment. That you could put a person in a chair in a room and put the leads on their head and look at the EEG, and you can predict with a high accuracy whether that person is actually experiencing kaivalya or not. And so we think that modern science now is beginning to really probe deeply into this ancient science of yoga and make use of its great holistic value for the benefit of the individual and society. The Yoga Sutras contain tremendous knowledge and technologies to benefit the individual and society, to create harmony and peace, which is the whole basis of this Yoga Day and this first international conference, yoga conference.
So, talk to me about any experiment or any finding where you felt that, oh, this transcendental meditation is working wonders. So, the person that moved in the journey as far as his brain functioning is concerned from point A to point B, and you were amazed.
Yeah. My wife, Dr. Cynthia, and I, we spend a lot of time in India now with the universities and colleges doing research and giving out the program of transcendental meditation. And recently we were in Tirupati at a school, and normally when you look at the EEG brainwaves, there's a signature of kaivalya, which means very high sustained level of orderliness or unity or yoga. And what we found is we taught these students there, and when we looked at their EEG before they meditated, and it was good, but it wasn't, either samadhi or kaivalya. But within 20 days of learning, we looked at their EEG again. It was like they were in enlightenment. Like so quickly, the students in India have the ability, there's something in the soil, there's something in their culture and their DNA, which allows them to very quickly move on to these higher levels of human potential, which is what Maharishi Patanjali was predicting, that if you have this simple experience of effortlessly settling down, the whole physiology will reorganize itself and allow you to present your full creative potential.
And the last question for now, do you think place also makes a difference in terms of the speed at which one could meditate? Let's say if you have done some experiments, people meditating in America, meditating in India, does the effect of vibrations or whatever it is of the land also makes a difference?
I don't think we have definitive evidence of that, but going around the world now for over 20 years doing the EEG, we find that no matter where you are, South Africa, Brazil, Bolivia, Japan, Nepal, India, Russia, France, it's all the same. The human nervous system, just like Maharishi Patanjali's nervous system, has in its design the ability to settle down. And by settling down, it can then transcend to reach that inner core of all that energy, creativity, and intelligence. That's the great secret. By going in, you find everything, and you bring that out to have a great, successful life and bring more harmony and peace to society.
And the last question for Dr. Alarik from Brain Research Institute. The secret which you think may help people in quickly reaching to the stage of happiness and go away, go beyond their sense of stress and anxiety.
Yes. Right now, we have stress and anxiety because our thinking, our feelings, our emotions, our perceptions are all consumed by the stress and the dynamics of the world around us. We've forgotten that deep inside all that activity in the mind, deep inside is a great stillness, it's a great peace. And it's easy to contact that peace. No concentration, no control. It's a very simple technique. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi gave this simple technique of transcending. You just start, and immediately, the first time and every time, you move from the surface level of dynamic activity to that deep, deep silence of your own self, Atma. And that simple experience transforms the individual's life, and by research, it shows it also transforms society.
Wonderful. Let us transform the society. That commitment is underlined on International Day of Yoga. Thank you very much, Dr. Alarik.
Great pleasure. Thank you. And best of everybody.
Appreciate all that you are doing, sir.
Very nice. Thank you.
And I'll give you